please all rise and Reinhardt, please.
Dear Heavenly Father, please watch over this council as we make decisions for the town of Merryville and the surrounding area. Also, Heavenly Father, please watch over our town employees, our police department, all the people that are here as they travel home. In your name we pray. Amen.
Please join in the pledge of allegiance. I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please be seated. Are there any add-ons to the agenda? Any add-ons to the agenda? Okay. Approval of the minutes as presented for the regular scheduled meeting on February 12, 2018. Do I have a motion for that?
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Approval of financial statements comparing actual versus budget for February 2018. I have a motion for that.
Motion. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, thank you. Under mayor's comments, I have a poster here, and I'm sure she's got some extras up there, anyone like that one. They're going to have Easter Sunday scheduled at the river. And 2 services, April the 1st, and of course that's Sunday, 8:45, 10:30. Says family breakfast and helicopter egg drop at 10 a.m. And they're up here if you want to look at it. Each has some more of them. Cabin Cemetery up on 190, that's head towards the junction. They'll have Easter sunrise service up there at 7 a.m. If all are invited to attend. Cool Kids, March the 21st at 4:30 at the Methodist Church. March the 24th, the Historical Society will have a parade here at Merryville at 9 a.m. They'll line up like they do all homecoming event, parade events over by the old nursing home, and then come right down Tyler Street and head towards the Historical Society. Absentee voting is underway right now. It started Saturday. We'll go through this coming Saturday. If you want to vote absentee, you can go to the voter registrar's office, Ms. Robin, and she will take care of you for voting. And I do hope that we have a good turnout for the election on March the 24th. That's a right that we still have. It was earned, fought for, and so remind people March the 24th we have an election. I think polls open at 6, close at 8. Is that correct? I think that's correct. Okay, and it's at the community center here in Merryville. And so March 24th. Okay, that's about all I got under mayor's comments. Under old business here, we have Mr. Carl Blackman here with us. He's fixing to enter in with providing his business here with a sewer plant for sewer waste. I had asked him last month to come up with a normal minimum charge for this. He has a 3,000 capacity truck, and I don't know if he always has that filled up when he empties into the sewer plant, but we're going to table this, and because we have not received permits back yet. So what I'd like to do when this all comes into existence is do a monthly average. I don't know how much he's going to be using the sewer plant. So this is yet to come, so we'll just table this on the old business. I have a motion for that.
Motion.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Okay, under new business here, we have police personnel. I'm going to enter these one at a time. I'm going to leave this up to Chief Thompson. Mr. Steve Clemens resigned, and we have Mr. Corey Stephen full-time. So, Chief?
Yeah, I had to let Mr. Clemens go on account of his work performance. Since then, Corey has stepped up to the plate. He's already been to the academy. We don't have to send him to the academy. He's already trained on everything. So I'd like to get him as full-time officer.
about a year, coming up on a year.
And how long have you been in police work?
Yeah, about a year.
And where were you at before this?
Leesville.
Do you like it there? Or go rather do you like police work?
I like police work.
I reviewed your application and I see you have all your certifications, so that's good.
Yes, ma'am.
Good sign.
Would there be any further questions? If not, I'll entertain a motion.
Motion?
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Welcome aboard, sir.
And the next one is Elizabeth Scott, which prefers to be called Lizzie.
Okay.
We've lost our other senior care officer when Mel quit, so she has stepped on board, won't to be that. Now we'll leave it up to her now.
I see you have some dispatching experience.
Yes, ma'am. I've been dispatching for about a year and a half.
So you pretty much dealing with the public.
Yes.
You understand that part of it.
Yes, ma'am.
So what makes you want to come to Merryville?
I want to be able to give back to the community. You know, I met with all of the senior citizens so far that are on the list, and they all seem like they just want someone to come by and make sure that they're okay. I want to be able to give back as much as I can.
Any further questions? If not, I'll entertain a motion.
Motion made.
Second.
All in favor? Welcome aboard, lady.
Thank you.
Okay. Police policy and procedure manual. I really haven't read this manual. Mr. Jennifer tells me it's 500 pages. I'm kind of lost with this right here. You know, I'm not saying it's not a good thing, but have y'all, any of the board members?
I've got through some of it. I haven't got to look through all of it yet.
Yeah. Okay.
I didn't realize
Where
it
did
was
that
that
come
long.
from? Who, that's coming from who? The state made that up, or who
No,
made it?
I made it with,
500 pages?
I had to yes, sir. I had to redo new Lanos when we were getting ready to do them because we didn't have any, and the ones we had, it's like 10 pages and outdated. So I got with 2 or 3 of the surrounding cities there, and we took out all the civil service law stuff from their policies, and we just kind of modeled ours over the Larson Act around that, and I had just redid them in September. So luckily I had it with me, so I just took it here. It's pretty much the same policies that govern pursuits and use of force and anything pertaining to what you'll do day to day in law enforcement. It has a set policy on how you're supposed to do that part of your job. There was a few things I had to take out because it didn't pertain to us as far as like booking stuff in different jails, and I just had to add how we do things at Beauregard's jail because we don't have one jail here we use. So it pretty much, if it has anything to do with law enforcement, there's a policy in there on it, so that it covers you. You got ground rules on how you're supposed to operate. You can't just go out there and do what you want. So it's a good policy.
Do you feel like it's pretty well up to date on all the procedures?
Yes, it's definitely up to date because I just redid it in September, and then when I redid it here for, I guess, 3 or 4 days, I worked on it all day. And anything that wasn't up to date, I went ahead and up to dated it.
Because I hate to admit it, but I came from a place where ours, you know, it was pretty outdated in some of it.
We had a pretty bad one in New Lano until I redid it. It was pretty rough.
Do you have a paper copy somewhere?
No, I have it on digital because I didn't want to print off 500 pages for all of the council, so I put it on a disc.
That would be like a paper for each. Yes.
I mean, I could print it
Well, I
out.
figured just one.
I'm gonna get.
We're gonna have one paper copy that we keep at the office.
I'd like
And
to
then-
finish looking over it, just to make sure there's not, we can't combine some stuff, or it may be,
Make it
you know,
short.
the wording may be different here, and it could be, yeah, cut down a little bit.
I don't know.
What would you consider the high points? Is it all high point stuff, or some higher than the other, or how does that range through there?
You talking about each policy?
Well,
Each, like you have a,
Pertain to your job.
to our job, the main thing is you have, like a lot of times people will complain, you know, what's your racial profiling policy? Well, it's in
You have to
there.
have a chain of command.
Chain of command
Somebody
is in
makes a
there.
complaint, has to go
Yes,
through chain
it
of
has to
command.
go through the chain of command. We got the body cameras working to where each officer has to wear their body camera when they get out of the vehicle and get back in. And what that does, it really protects the officer more than anything, because if somebody comes up here filing a complaint now, we can pull that video and just look at it and see if there's any bearing to the complaint. So there's a body camera policy in there, there's a use of the unit policy, pursuit policy, because I think the old one said you could just pursue until you catch them. Well, it's not right, because Texas is right there, so we had to add that in there, you know. If it's going into Texas, you better contact Texas or end your pursuit, depending on what you're pursuing the suspect for. So there's a lot of things that we didn't have that we needed to have, so it just helped out.
At the board's discretion, we can, I'm not saying this is not a good policy handbook, that's not what I'm trying to say here. If y'all want to just, we'll go ahead and go with it, but we're going to table it before we vote on it for the next meeting, but I'm going to leave it up to the board member.
I'd like to finish looking over it before,
Okay.
just to make sure there's not something we can't, and cut it down a little bit.
Okay, all right.
Well, I know I was impressed to say, even situations like Captain Matchman, it covered in there.
Well, you gotta have it. Like,
Yeah.
right before I left, we worked at the one where the guy blew up a bomb on Fort Pope and had it in the office, and we reverted to our policies
Right.
to see how to operate that. And what we did, the policies in the ERG manual is what we actually did based our response to it on.
Since y'all gonna start using NCIC and LA driving, then all that has to be in there.
I believe it's in
Y'all
there.
be audited.
I believe it's in that one, and I left it in there for that reason.
I haven't gotten that far.
There's something, but like we had communication stuff in there, but the reason why I left it in there was because of NCIC and Omnix, it's gonna be under the same rules.
Has to be.
So I'd like to table this and entertain a motion that we pursue on with this policy, but we will vote on it next month. Do I have a motion for that?
Motion made.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. We have item number 3, uninsured and uninsured motors. I need to read this to you. This is from Arthur J. Gallery and Company, our insurance provider. We have a sample board motion. I think each of you have a copy of that. Propose a motion to reject uninsured and uninsured motorist bodily injury coverage from the automobile policy and further move to authorize the mayor to sign on behalf of the town to reject uninsured motorist bodily injury coverage from the automobile policy. Is there any questions on that? If not, I'd entertain a motion.
Motion made. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. We have a resolution to the Boulevard Parish Police Chief requesting their assistance in cleaning out the ditch on the South Bryan Street between Fraser and Tyler. This is the street, like I said, between Fraser and Tyler in front of First Baptist Church. Police Chief cleaned that out last year on the west side. I have contacted Watco. They came and looked. If we can get that trussel cleaned out, we can eliminate a lot of standing water, mosquitoes for people who live in that area. So this entertain a motion for this resolution.
Motion made.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Now we're down to public participation. It's your turn now.
I want
Go ahead.
we are having trouble, at least on Cooper Street, and I'm assuming all of Merryville is having the same trouble, getting their Lake Charles newspaper.
I'm meant to call them today.
I called today and I got this sweet little girl who said the problem is they cannot find any carriers. She said they had a job fair Saturday and they're hoping that they get one. But I told her, I said, well, there's a meeting tonight, so therefore I will bring it up, and if you know anybody that's looking for a job. You pick the papers up, she told me, at the Good Time store on Highway 171. I have no idea where that is, but that's where you get them. And then deliver. But she said they're having a lot of trouble, and I really like my newspaper. I've tried to talk Dale and Larry Carroll into going into business, delivering the newspaper, but so far that hasn't worked. So, if you know
When you
anybody,
can't read, you don't care if you have a newspaper.
yeah.
He's talking about when.
Oh, is he talking about, oh,
Did, she say anything about her gonna refund us?
no, she didn't mention that. Well, when we got Sunday's paper, it had Saturday's paper stuck in it.
That's the way mine
But
was.
there was no
Yeah.
paper today.
And
so-
I haven't had one today.
No, I haven't either. So if you know somebody that's willing to deliver the paper, please have them call the Lake Charles American. They are hurting.
Talk about a lot.
Sounds like you're up, Dale.
Yep.
Oh,
I'd like to say something. If anyone went to meet the candidates forum last week, I streamed it online because I was at the office. But I think we requested that everyone move to Merryville, that everyone bring their business to Merryville. And I just wanted to commend Councilman Reinhardt for telling everybody to go ahead and move west and
I just told them that's how they could help us out.
and come see us. So if y'all didn't catch it, you definitely have an advocate, and just wanted to share that with y'all.
Mr. Allen was there too.
Yeah, I was gonna say, he wasn't the only one.
No, but it was, he made I guess it was focused on, y'all can't do much for me, but hey, if y'all want to move to Merryville, you can definitely do it. So I encourage y'all to move to Merryville.
Hey, Mark did have one lady say she'd moved to Merryville just to meet the $6 million man. So,
It was a good forum.
It was
Yeah.
Excellent forum, excellent.
you both did great jobs.
Thank you.
Anybody else?
if you ordered strawberries, they'll be here tomorrow, 4:30 at the school.
4:30 is?
Mhm. I may have one or two cases left if you need
don't have to
any.
live-
Oh, you got what now?
Said I may have a couple cases left if you need any.
BO 518.
You gonna deliver?
You'll have to come to the school to get them.
You got my phone number, right?
I'll get an extra one.
You got a flat?
You want to know?
Well, I wish everybody, Easter coming up, be safe, traveling out of town, visit the loved ones, and, Easter goes good for you, and all that good stuff, and just be safe. So, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion.
second.
All in favor? Thank y'all for coming out.
Thank you.